Mark, tell me about your matzo ball, your favorite matzo ball growing up.
Well, matzo balls to all Jews are a bone of contention to mixed methods. They are the most highly debated food, I think, in all of the religion. They are the food that people argue over at the holiday that they're more associated with, which is Passover, rather than the Jewish New Year, Rosh Hashanah, which is coming up in a few days. And what you generally find is that matzo ball eaters fall into two camps. Those that are reaching out for the light and fluffy versus those who want something that reminds them of the Passover admonition to be cognizant of the bread of affliction. So
This is a
question is, do you want your matzo ball to cause you pain and agina, or do you want your matzo ball to lift you up into the clouds?
Well, I'm someone who likes both. I want to be sort of crushed by a matzo ball. I want it to be so good that I keep eating them over and over again. This is a good matzo ball. This is a really good floater. I like it. It reminds me of my mom's matzo ball, which is also a floater. And I think for me, anytime I eat matzo ball soup, I always compare them to my mother's. And I think that's probably like that for lots of us, right?
Right, we all do. And you know, commercial matzo balls tend to be almost bullet-like in their consistency. I like a hard matzo ball, and this one has a good firmness to it. So this is the kind of matzo ball that appeals to me because it has real weight to it. A lot of people will try to make matzo balls that are so flaky that they fall apart.
Right.
And that's just completely at odds with the whole point of the endeavor.
I was asking Howard, the owner of this fine establishment earlier, what the role of matzo ball soup is in Jewish life. And I'm interested to get your take on it. For me, it always meant the start of a meal. It always meant the start of a meal which you were eating with family. It always meant the start of the meal that was going to be a long meal, that you would end up on the couch suffering in great pain.
Or on the floor.
Or on the floor.
Moaning, right?
Moaning, right. What has it been like? Is it similar for you growing up?
Well, I think it serves a very important social function in Jewish households. It's the germ of the great argument, because everybody has strong opinions about matzo balls, and they can be used in the ultimate circumstance as a weapon, both physically and merely as a conversational weapon. So we have people who will use the matzo ball as a way to attack the cook of the evening or the host of the dinner, or as a way to create a generational rift to sort of lord over the younger generation the superiority of matzo balls of yore. And so the matzo ball is basically your all-around conversational weapon. I tend to like matzo balls that are heavy enough that everyone is stuck at the dinner table probably for an hour or two longer than they otherwise would be, simply because they can't move.
Right.
The thing just weighs you down to that extent.
Have you ever been at the scene of a matzo ball argument?
Mm-hmm.
You have. Can you tell me about that?
I have been at full debates over whether the matzo ball or the latke, the potato pancake, is the superior Jewish holiday food. And
It's the matzo ball.
It is the matzo ball, and I think that's quite clear. But these debates have become, I've seen them go in a horribly legalistic way, and I've also seen them go down an almost violent road.
And have you ever been a part of the near violence? I mean, I don't know you as a person to get extremely agitated, but I do know you as someone who's passionate about matzo balls.
I am passionate about certain things, and I think you're morally required as a Jew and as an American to become so passionate about matzo balls that you would do basically anything to defend your position. It's one of the great argument foods out there, and because it has this terrific history behind it, the bread of affliction.
Right.
The story goes it is made from matzah, the unleavened flat bread that is biblical roots, and so because of that, you're basically free in your argument in defense of matzo balls to pull in everything: politics, religion, history. It's really your all-around, all-purpose conversation starting food.
Who makes the matzo balls in your house?
My mother does, and my wife does. And so, as you get older, you have more and more matzo ball cooks in your family, and obviously different styles come to bear, different traditions, and as a result, you have conflict.
What should you do if you're at your in-laws table and the matzo ball is not comparable to the matzo ball of your youth? What is the appropriate etiquette?
You should have a petulant fit, and in which you summon the memory of your ancestors and basically challenge the cook to defend themselves against the memory of your grandparents. And that's, so you're using high-powered weapons in defense of your concept of the matzo ball.
Well, I think on that note, we're going to finish eating our matzo balls because these are delicious, and I want to at least enjoy my last 2 bites without having a conversation, and do like a lot of families do at the table and just eat, not talk to each other.
Right, with a certain level of hostility that's simmering at all times. That's important.
Right, exactly.